Il ne vient pas souvent en Israël, dans ce pays qu'il a fui il y a 17 ans. Mais cette semaine, Mosab Hassan Youssef, le fils d'un haut responsable du Hamas en Judée-Samarie, est arrivé des États-Unis. C'est la meilleure arme de l'information israélienne. Il est chargé et prêt à tirer.
After October 7, there was no way, not to come and stand with the people. I saw the massacre footage, which, changed my life. My life would never be the same after October 7.
It looks like you're disappointed in a personal level.
Because it is very personal. It's very personal.
You were very angry.
I was very angry, and I'm still angry. For many years, I spared my father. For many years, I gave him justification, I saved his life. And it was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake. He's insisting in staying in this sick ideology. You think he has an idea what happened on October 7? I need to take him and stick his head in the blood of the massacre. He may feel for a little bit what happened on October 7.
Nous le connaissons sous le nom de Prince Vert. Ce garçon qui a grandi à Ramallah est le fils aîné du cher Hassan Youssef Khalil, l'un des fondateurs du Hamas. Le terrorisme était une affaire de famille. Le père partageait la majeure partie de son temps entre la Cisjordanie et la prison israélienne. Et le prince perpétuait la tradition familiale, achetant des armes, planifiant des attaques terroristes. Mais à l'âge de 17 ans, tout a changé. Il est arrêté et découvre pour la première fois la prison de l'intérieur et la brutalité du Hamas. À l'époque, les attentats suicides étaient à la mode. Pour Mosab, il s'agissait d'une limite à ne pas franchir.
When I stood against suicide bombing attacks some 20 years ago, this was madness in a society where the majority, the vast majority agreed. I disagreed. And that was my punishment, for just to think differently. In order for me to express myself freely meant for me to be executed.
C'est à ce moment-là que le Shin Bet est entré en scène. L'organisation a réussi à retourner Mosab, qui est devenu une extraordinaire source de renseignements. Pendant 10 ans, il a menti à sa famille, a travaillé secrètement pour Israël, évitant des attaques terroristes et sauvant de nombreuses vies. Lorsque le cher Hassan Youssef a découvert sa trahison, Mosab était déjà parti à l'étranger.
For my father, the biggest threat for his existence is to lose his honor, to lose his public image. This is the challenge that I gave to him. He invested his entire energy, his entire life to maintain his public image, his status. Now you are the father of the greatest traitor of the cause of your people. You'll have to deal with it.
S'il y a bien quelqu'un qui sait comment expliquer ce qu'est vraiment le Hamas, c'est lui.
Were you surprised by what happened on October 7?
Look, Hamas brutality was not a strange thing for me. I witnessed Hamas brutality firsthand for a very long time when I was in prison. They tortured people, they killed people in the worst possible way for suspicion of collaborating with Israel. I cannot pretend that I did not hear their voices. People were screaming day and night in pain of a crime that they haven't or hadn't committed. None of them had a relationship with Israel.
Knowing what they do to people in prison, were you afraid for your father's life when you came out in public about your story?
Of course, it was a very dangerous situation, but also he's a top leader. So usually who gets punished in that society? Those who don't have power. But those who have power, they get away.
That brings me to Sinwar, they call him the butcher from Khan Younis.
He suffocated people with his own hands. He slaughtered people, beheaded people with his own hands. And those people were Palestinians. He's a monster, self-deluded, psychopath, dangerous criminal. He enjoyed He bragged about himself beheading someone on the prison sink. And this is his heritage, this is his resume, this is his empire.
What's Hamas' goal?
Well, Hamas doesn't even know what goal they have because their goal is not in this life. Hamas does not believe in this life. Hence, they want to kill, then get killed. After getting killed by the name of Allah, they get rewarded in the afterlife. They are the sword of God on earth, and they see the Jewish people as the disobedient, the ideology that actually sees the Jewish people inferior, sees the Jewish people as enemies of Allah, that in fact killing the Jewish people is considered a way of worship. Why would any sane, decent human being would go into a farm, a kibbutz, and kill all form of life, to kill a baby, to burn a baby based on religious, basically defines ethnic cleansing, defines a genocide. There is no chance for peace with Hamas. Hamas must be finished. That's it. There is no alternative option. We cannot coexist with Hamas, not as Israel, as free individuals. And by the way, by standing with Israel doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going against the innocent people, if there is any. We are here in Khan Yunis area. Right above us, there is a school, and this is what Hamas has been doing.
Are there non-involved people in Gaza?
The vast majority of Palestinians are complicit with Hamas because they voted for Hamas. They protect Hamas, and most importantly, they failed their moral responsibility to condemn Hamas. The least you could do.
Your father, you know what he said when they asked him about the massacre? He said, mistakes will be made. We are human, and human makes mistakes.
My father said that?
Yeah.
Where?
In one of his interviews.
Is he taking responsibility for his mistake? Is this the way of Allah? You send people who are like killing machines going into peaceful communities, wiping everybody out. You call that a mistake? A genocide as a mistake? What are you expecting? Forgiveness? From who? From the victims? From their families? From all the suffering people right now?
Prisoners like Ibrahim Hamid, Abdullah al-Barghouthi must be sentenced to death.
You opposed the release of prisoners with blood on their hands, saying they should be executed, including everybody, including your own father?
Including Sheikh Hassan Youssef, yeah. Because there is no exception. My father, for many years, 36 years of incitement, want everyone to go and die for the cause, to die on his behalf. So my question, why didn't you go first? But where is he now? Is in his Israeli prison cell, safe and well and protected from his rival Palestinian parties. Israel is doing him a big favor by putting him in prison, otherwise Fatah would kill him. I needed to draw the line, that's finished. There is no family business here. And honestly, after 45 years of this struggle, of this crazy human journey, I tell you, I could care less for any tribal interest. I don't care for that.